Have you ever stopped yourself from doing something because of a quiet but persistent thought whispering, "What if it goes wrong? What if I fail? What if I get hurt? What if I'm not enough?" In this video, we're going to explore what the fear of what if really is, where it comes from, how it affects your mind and body, and most importantly, how you can begin to move through it with compassion, clarity, and confidence. The fear of what if is a form of anticipatory anxiety, a mental habit where we constantly imagine future scenarios that could go wrong. Psychologically, it's tied to catastrophic thinking, a term coined by cognitive behavioral therapy pioneer Dr. Aaron Beck. It means that our minds jump to worst-case outcomes, often unconsciously. This isn't just negative thinking, it's a protective response. Your brain is scanning for danger, trying to keep you safe by preparing for every possible threat. But when this becomes a pattern, it stops being helpful and starts becoming paralyzing. We get stuck in indecision, hesitation, and self-doubt. Not because we don't want to grow, but because we're trying to survive. This fear often takes root early in life, especially if you grew up in an unpredictable, critical, or emotionally unsafe environment. Maybe you had to walk on eggshells. Maybe you were punished for making mistakes. Or maybe your emotional needs weren't consistently met. Over time, your nervous system learned, the world isn't safe. I must prepare for disappointment. I can't let my guard down. In adult life, this shows up as overthinking, self-sabotage, perfectionism, all attempts to avoid failure, rejection, or emotional pain. If you live in fear of what if, you might recognize these patterns. Constantly overthinking decisions. Avoiding new opportunities out of fear of failure. Procrastinating because things have to be perfect. Replaying conversations worried you said the wrong thing. Staying small to avoid judgment. These patterns are not flaws, they're protective strategies. They helped you survive in the past, but now they may be holding you back from the life you deserve to live. From a neuroscience perspective, the fear of what if is linked to an overactive amygdala, the brain's threat detection center. When your brain perceives uncertainty, the amygdala activates, flooding your body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This hijacks the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, reasoning, and long-term planning. So even if you know your fears aren't rational, your body still feels like it's in danger. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, author of The Body Keeps the Score, explains that unprocessed fear can become trapped in the body, shaping how we think, feel, and act unless we learn to release it. The good news is, your brain is changeable. Through a process called neuroplasticity, you can train your mind to respond with courage instead of fear. Here are some evidence-based tools to begin shifting the pattern. First, name the fear out loud. Write down your what-if thoughts. Be specific. Example: what if I fail and everyone sees me as a fraud? Naming it externalizes it. It separates you from the fear, so it no longer defines you. Second, flip the thought gently. Try this journal prompt. What if it works out better than I ever imagined? This opens the door to possibility. Your brain is used to preparing for pain, but it can also learn to prepare for joy. Third, regulate your nervous system. When fear floods your body, calming your nervous system helps bring you back to center. Try the 4-7-8 breathing. Gentle movement like walking or stretching, or placing your hand on your heart and whispering, "I am safe right now." Fourth, inner child reassurance. Often, the what-if fear is your younger self asking for safety. Close your eyes, imagine the child version of you, and say, "You don't have to protect me anymore. I've got us now." This brings integration and trust between your past and present self. Fifth, take one brave step. Fear doesn't go away by thinking, it dissolves through action. What is one small step you can take today toward the thing you've been avoiding? Even if it's messy, even if your voice shakes. Every step proves to your brain, I can do scary things and be okay. Sixth, create a safety net plan. It's okay to have a backup plan, but let it be empowering, not fear-based. Right, if this doesn't work out, I will still be okay because. Give yourself emotional grounding to lean on. You were never meant to live in fear of the future. You were meant to grow, to create, to connect, to live. The fear of what if is loud, but your truth is louder. You are capable of doing hard things. You are allowed to get it wrong. You are worthy of joy, even in uncertainty. If this message resonated, I invite you to comment below. I choose trust over fear.